Good afternoon, everyone. This is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews, and I am your literary ambassador. And today I have my neighbor, Sonya Gray, an author of Stop Hiding Behind the Mask, Breaking Generational Curses, and Path to Inner Peace, How to Have a Well-Balanced Life with God. And she's the co-author with Angela Thomas Smith, The Storm is Over, Walking in Purpose. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, tell us a little about yourself.
I am a licensed ordained minister. I am a certified life coach. I have my doctorate in humanities. I just got my doctorate in Christian counseling. And I'm a grandmother of 3 awesome young men. I'm raising 2 of them. I have 2 children, a boy and a girl. I've been married for 30 plus years. And motivational speaker. Just got a bill passed for bullying 2 years ago because my grandson was being bullied at school. And I had some young people that I was mentoring that took their lives. So I went to the state capitol and lobbied for 2 straight months every week until they took action.
Wow. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now tell us about your books.
I have 2. I'm working on a couple more. But the 2 that I wrote, the Path to Inner Peace and Stop Hiding Behind the Mask, Breaking Generational Curses. We'll start with the first one.
Okay.
I wrote this one because I had been date raped when I was young and also gang raped. And when I got married, I didn't have any peace. So my husband had to deal with a lot of baggage that came over into our marriage. So I had to write something that helped me, because I don't know about anybody else. I didn't have any peace. I didn't even have a balanced life. And so I went to the Word and I wrote about how to have a path to inner peace and a balanced life with God. Because God's the only way you're going to have a balanced life.
Yep.
Or even have peace. So that's Path to Inner Peace.
Okay.
Now, this book happened after my brother died. My brother was killed in 2012 in a car wreck. I was already working on this book, but once my brother died, I decided to write this book because I'm the oldest of 9, and I was the only person that grieved the hardest, being the oldest, because I'd never seen anybody die. And being a minister, people said, get over it. You're a minister, snap out of it. How do you snap out of something when you saw your brother take his last breath first and foremost? And how can you tell somebody how quick to get over something? And then I was raised from the age 3 by my grandparents because my mom and dad got divorced. And so I had so many masks that were just layers of masks that I had was just carrying around my whole life. So, and then I had 3 strokes. Yes. And I had 3. I had a mini stroke 2 weeks ago. So I had a lot of stuff: domestic violence, date rape, sexual assault, and all these masks and layers of things I was carrying. And I was on a cane for 6 months and having to get help, get out of bed and stuff by my son. And I got up one morning, it was in October, I remember it, and I heard, I never, y'all, really heard God's audible voice, but that morning I heard him say, stop hiding behind the mask, break generational curses. And that's how I got the title. Did not know, in the midst of me writing this book, I wrote it January the 1st, 2017. I wrote the first 12 chapters in one day. I sat in front of this computer. I did not move the whole day, New Year's Day. And my husband said, are you not going to get up? No, God was talking to me. It's 20 chapters in this book, but I did the first 12 in one day.
Wow.
Because God was just speaking to me. Just speaking to me about different things that I was dealing with. Abandonment, absence of a father, absence of a mother. People don't realize those components affect people. My grandparents, they were good, godly people. They raised me in the admonition of the Lord, true enough. But I didn't have my mom and dad. My mom and me are just now building our relationship over the past 3 years. And she's been out of my life since I was 3. I'm 52. So we're just now building that. I missed out on all that. And then now I'm raising my grandkids. Here we go again. Another generational curse. Their mother, not in their life. Their grandmother's doing this. And so I wrote this book to help people break these curses and talked about the different curses that I deal with, the different masks, because they are curses and generational trauma. And so I'm trying to change the trajectory and the perspective of how we raise our young people in the society. And we're talking on Juneteenth, me and you, about my book. And I pray people get it, because a lot of people are going through stuff that's in this book. I'm gonna just go over some chapters since we're talking about it. I'm a spiritual woman. I'm a word woman. I don't know nothing else. I live by the word. That's the only way. That's the only thing that's got me through, Miss Queenie. That kept me here, because I was not supposed to be here. When I got date raped 20-something years ago, I was supposed to have been dead, the doctor told me. I was supposed to not lived because of something that happened from that gang rape. So God kept me here. He's kept me here. So the first chapter in the book, I give scriptures on generational curses. I was an angry teenager. I'll tell people, when I speak, I tell young people I was a 14-year-old alcoholic. Very. I had so much anger. I drunk with the best of them at 14. Yeah. In chapter 3, I talk about fear. I was so fearful. Because I had all the men in my life were just abusive until my husband came along. And so when you ain't ever had a good man, you don't even know what it looks like. I was like, is this real? I couldn't believe it. Chapter 4, I talk about depression. Had it bad. Believe it or not, I checked myself in the Marshall Pickens because of it. Yeah. People don't want to talk about that. We get so holy. We want to throw the word, but God gave doctors for a reason.
Yes.
They're here for a reason, people. Seek help. I'm getting my license right now in social work, because we don't talk about stuff. We want to keep throwing the word at people, but there's a other side of it too. Chapter 5, the messy spirit. I talked to my young ladies about this. My 3 principles: drama, gossip, and mess. I call it the DGMs. And when I work with my God's Girl ministries, I tell them we stay away from the drama, gossip, and mess people. So in chapter 5, I talk about the messy spirit. Yeah. Yes. Then chapter 6 is common physical manifestation of a spiritual bondage, which is sickness and disease. Sometimes we sit around with bitterness and resentment and anger. And when we do that, sickness and disease manifests.
Yes.
So a lot of stuff that I've had to deal with from my young childhood to now is a manifestation of spiritual bondages that I had to release. Yeah.
Wow.
And then chapter 7, I talk about financial difficulties being continuous. In parentheses, I put poverty. This is a mindset we have to break off of our lives, our children's lives. Because right now, 2 months ago, I've been doing it, been working on it, but I released my grandkids' publishing company. They're 9 and 11. They have their own publishing company now. B&T Consulting and Publishing. So they published their first author a month ago.
Wow.
He's in Atlanta, and it's a 3-part series book. So my grandsons, I'm generating generational wealth for them, not curses. So when they get grown, they'll have their own company.
Yes.
That's my mission.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Chapter 8, I talk about mental disorder. My grandmother had dementia, Alzheimer's. Me and my mom talked about that a little bit last week. She didn't get to see my baby sister. She saw her, but she didn't know who she was because she was out of her mind. So we don't want to address mental issues in society, in our race. We want to mask all this stuff. We want to just brush it under the rug. I talked about it. Chapter 9, compulsive liar. I was one of those, and I'm gonna be truthful. Yes, I was. And this book made, I'm gonna tell you, I lost my family. Some of them still don't talk to me because I wrote this book. I'm being real. This is real talk because I brought it out. Yeah, I uncovered. I peeled the layers off of my body because this is me. I can't talk about nobody else. I mean, I mentioned some stuff in here, but I ain't put nobody's names. But if you got offended, it was something you that needed to come off of you. Because these are my layers that I took. These are my masks, all 20 of them. Gossiping spirit, drug addiction. I talk about it. It's generational in my family. Yeah, it is. Alcohol, drugs, all that. Now I never did drugs, but alcohol, it's in my lineage. So I talked about it. I can't help nobody with something that I ain't been through. But everything in here, me. Abandonment. My parents abandoned me. So I talked about it. I can't talk to you about something that I've never been through. This is my favorite chapter, chapter 13. Favoritism. Favoring one child over the other. And you think you're not doing it. This is deep rooted, when I say, in my family lineage. This goes all the way back 5 generations up until now. I'm still trying to uproot this one. This one's fighting me hard. My grandkids are dealing with this one right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Adultery. Talk about it. Can't talk about it. Listen, done it. Being real. Did it. Being honest. God delivered me. So I'm trying to help somebody else get delivered. I'm not going to talk about it if I ain't done it. Then I did, on chapter 15, I did going deep again on scriptures on generational curses. Chapter 16, a double-minded spirit. Can't be double-minded. You can't be hot between 2 opinions. You got to be one way or the other. You can't be lukewarm. You can't be hot or cold. That's the scriptures. Chapter 17, I talk about racism. The reason why I talk about racism in chapter 17 is because my grandfather was Caucasian. I was raised by a white man and a black woman all of my childhood. And right now, with all the stuff that's going on, I've never seen color. My whole middle school, high school years, all my friends were white. Never had discrimination issues till I got older. Yeah.
Wow.
So I talk about it. Then in 18, I talk about the sabotage spirit, how we self-sabotage stuff and not even doing it. We sabotage our own destiny. And then 19 and 20, I talk about absence of the father and absence of the mother. Because it took a toll on me, both of those Not having my mom, not having my dad. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good, I mean, you can't put down. One lady said she bought it about a month ago. She read the whole day in one day because I back it up with scripture. I don't know nothing else. God is everything to me, and I do not know anything else but God. And He took the mask off. My masks are off now, and I am so pandemic. I don't know what it did for everybody else, but Miss Queen, I'm gonna tell you something. I have such a deeper love for God now. Before I went into this pandemic, than when it wasn't here. I love going to my church because I go to Relentless, but I'm gonna tell you something. I told the boys, I don't even know if I'm going back to a building now, because me and God, I can talk to Him, I hear Him. He's opening so many doors for me. I'm about to start my podcast that I've been sitting on. I've been feeling intimidated, Well, and I'm not the one that when I do something, I want to be authentic. I want to have my own niche. I want my own fingerprints, because I tell everybody we have our own fingerprint. Our fingerprints are all different. I can't go somewhere and put my hand on something and it's yours and the door open. That's your fingerprint. That's your niche. So God has really been dealing with me up until yesterday. My pastor's wife did her podcast, and she talked about, am I enough? And so sometimes, people make you feel like you're not qualified to do stuff, that you're beneath them, and you don't have the credentials to speak about stuff. Well, yeah, I do. I have 2 books. So why not start a podcast and do a chapter out of each book each week, a topic out of these books, and do a podcast on these masks and talk about it. So I've been sitting down and I'm gonna do it. I got somebody working on my backdrop. I mean, I haven't did my coaching business like I should. I've coached some people. Intimidation has just stopped me from doing some stuff. I've had people steal stuff I've done, and so I'm like, oh well, somebody gonna say, well, they already done that, because I had somebody do that to me, and so I said, well, I'm not gonna do it, because they're gonna say she stole it from me, knowing I was already doing it, and you just stuck it and tweaked it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what would you consider your genre under? What is your genre?
Self-help.
Self-help. Okay. What inspires you to write?
My life and the things that's going on in society. Like the homeless population right now, that's my heart. They pull on my heartstring. I hate to see people homeless. Matter of fact, yesterday I donated a bag of masks to the homeless shelter soup kitchen down here in Spartanburg, and the lady's been knowing me since I was a little girl. And when I knocked on the door, she said, "Sonya, don't you change." Because she said Dr. Gray, that's what she said. She said, "Don't you change. You stay who you are," because I've had nobody in this community step up and think about the homeless people but you. And it wasn't for me to be seen. I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to take a picture with her. I just gave them to her. Because the 2 ladies that donated to me, they're going to donate some more stuff to me. And wait a minute. I'm gonna mute you right quick, because I want him out the camera. Yeah. So I don't do stuff to be seen. I ain't about ranks, titles, and all that. Because I thank you. I want to thank you for saying Sonya Gray. You didn't put doctor, you didn't put evangelist in front of that when you introduced me. You said Sonya Gray. Thank you, Queen, for doing that. Because at the end of the day, I'm just Sonya Gray.
Okay.
I know I'm a minister, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, I'm Sonya Gray.
Mm-hmm. What made you want to become an author?
That's a good question, because I laughed when God had me write that first book. I said, "Are you serious?" And my brother helped me with my first one. Matter of fact, he even wrote a song that he's giving me the rights to. I just haven't gotten just to get. I gotta buy some CDs because he wrote a song off my first book called Path to Inner Peace. He did.
Oh, wow.
Did. So if you YouTube Marcel Anderson, you can listen to the song that he wrote for me. I'll send it to you. The link. Yeah. Have a song that goes with my book. He wrote it. He really
Yeah.
did. He really did. I wouldn't have wrote. I laugh. I say, because Lord, I hated English in school. Are you serious, Lord? I'm actually working on 3 books right now. Well, actually 4. I'm working on a cookbook in memory of my aunt. I'm working on a Passion, Peace, and Purpose devotional journal. I'm working on this book on deception called Womanizer. It's not about a man, about a spirit. On the front of cover of my book is a silhouette of a man that has different spirits inside of it. And people think I'm bashing men, but I'm not. I'm talking about the different spirits of deception that we walk around with every day. And then the other book I gotta write, what mask are you wearing today? I got a list of 13 books I gotta write, Queenie. And I just gotta get back to it. I just have been sitting down on it. I'm actually working on an evangelism manual as well for outreach. And a bullying manual that the state capitol people asked me to do. I did a workshop, but they want me to take my material that I did for workshop and make it into a manual so they can use it across the state.
Okay. Well, that was one of my questions. What projects are you working on? But you already answered that one. Yay.
And I'm also, actually, I just got offered to be the state coordinator for the pro-life movement of the state of South Carolina. So I will be the state chapter coordinator for the whole state of South Carolina.
Oh, what? Congratulations. Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, tell us about your publishing journey. I know you say you started one with your grandkids, but how was your publishing journey with your books?
The first book was through a publishing company. I don't want to talk about it. We won't talk about it. But the second one I did myself. And I've sold more with my second book. And people want to go with publishing companies. It's good to go with publishing company. I got a publishing company now. And I taught the girl how to publish herself, but she said she don't want to do it. She wants to pay me to do it. I can teach people how to do it because I know how to do it. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm not trying to make $1 million because I'm that person that will do workshops and teach people how to do stuff themselves so they don't have to be getting robbed. Mm-hmm. I do trademarking. I do 501s. I just helped my brother get his 501. I trademarked 3 people this week. I helped them, send the paperwork off and do their trademark in North Carolina and South Carolina. So that's under the umbrella of my publishing and my consulting company for my grandboys. So I got a lot of hats I wear.
Wow. Yeah. How do you market your books?
On my website.
Which is?
www.srministriessc.org.
Okay.
And my Facebook page. I have an author's Facebook page, Author Sonya Gray. I have my main Facebook page. Me and my husband's on there, Roosevelt and Sonya Gray. So. And my Instagram. And my LinkedIn too. I'll send you all my links.
Okay.
Have them.
What are your thoughts about reviews, whether good or bad?
Well, I've been trying to get people to do reviews. It's hard to get people to do reviews. I don't know whether they don't want to do it. I don't know if they know how critical it is for them to do reviews.
Mm-hmm.
It's really critical for help people get on the bestseller list, because I want to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I want to get there. That's where I want to be. I want this book, my second book, to be a bestseller. But this book is a really good book to help people get past some things that they're dealing with in their family. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you do when you're not writing?
Homeschooling. Yes, I'm homeschooling. We're on a break right now. They get a month off. So we're going to take the month of June off and the first week of July, and then we're going to start like summer stuff. I got summer stuff then. They don't get a break. And then we'll start in August. Yeah, I'll have a middle school and an elementary school. So, and I've been up at night working on stuff for them because the day their Spanish books came, because I'm going to teach them Spanish. I'm about to order a Black History book curriculum for them. That's what I did last year. I taught them Black history,
Mm-hmm.
and our children are not learning their history like they should. So that is what I'm doing. I'm also teaching them Bible, which they wouldn't have got in school.
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting it, and then I'm getting ready to teach them keyboarding. I'm about to order that software. So I got a list of things that I'm incorporating in my grandkids' lives that they wouldn't have got at school. They got keyboarding, they got a foreign language, but they wouldn't have got foreign language this early in life. They wouldn't have got a foreign language till they got to high school. So I'm starting them early.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time they do, they'll have that already under their belt.
Yes, yes. Now tell us how readers can get in touch with you and get your books.
They can get my book on my website, www.srministriessc.org. And they can also go on my author, Sonya Gray Facebook page. They can also call me on my ministry cell phone. Is 864-381-7635.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to add before we close?
No, I'm just honored that you interviewed me. I'm humbled too. I mean, that, God allowed you to do this with me, because you didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. I thank you, and God continue to bless your and God can continue to bless your platform, what you're doing for the authors. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate it, neighbor.
Yes, my neighbor. So appreciative. When this pandemic is over, we'll get together.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you. I appreciate you so much, Miss Queenie. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And again, this is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews. Happy reading. Bye, y'all.